Okay, so I guess that's a good starting off point, right? We don't fucking even know what we're gonna name this thing. Give me your best ideas, or else I'm just gonna stick with whatever idea that we threw around earlier that I thought was good.
You mean communist bathwater?
No, not communist bathwater.
um. Oh, also, I hope you don't mind. I am going to start the podcast with a transitional poem.
You can start it now. We're all listening.
Oh, we're going. Oh,
I
okay,
I
cool.
hit
All
record
right.
like I realized I already missed a good moment, so I hit record like 30 seconds ago.
Oh, well, get ready for another great moment. Well. Hear ye, hear ye.
I'm
Thank
scared.
you for the first podcast. I'm gonna read a short poem now, and it's a perfectly transitional poem.
And here's
It,
Wonderwall.
God damn it, he knew it. So the name of this poem is "Oh Lovely Lady D."
Oh, God.
I should have never given you time to prep for this. I should have never given you time. Okay, all right, let's just go. Let's make it.
Lady D, Lady D, please step on me. Doing so, I feel carefree. All I ask is for a simple step or three. Lady D, God, step on me. The way you move leaves me hypnotized, and the way you crush me leaves me mesmerized. Lady D, for all that is holy, step on me. Please, I can assure you, this isn't a troll. I really would like to feel your soul. Thank you.
Oh, that's like there's got two meanings. It's double entendre.
It's one of them double entendres they talk about.
I really hope you didn't write that, and I really hope you did write that.
I hope you took that off the internet. I really do.
No,
Yeah,
I hope you were sitting on the toilet. I hope that's why you took so long to join here. You were sitting on the toilet writing that.
So, what if I told you I wrote that in 5 minutes at 4 p.m.?
Would believe it. I would believe it.
All right, good, because that's exactly what happened.
Derek. I don't even know how to transition from that one. All right, so give me your best podcast name.
Communist
You had a
bathwater.
week to no. You had a week to think about
You
it.
had a week to come up with.
You had a week to come up with a podcast name. What's the best one?
I still think communist bathwater is the way to go.
Oh my god, we're really gonna stick with communist bathwater.
No, we're talking about side content.
Side content,
Yeah.
zero content. You know, any of those.
Basically, anything centered around the word content. The contentman.
See, that just sounds.
That
Like
sounds like
what-
the mafia group that comes in after the mafia to say we're big shit.
I was gonna say it sounds like we're LARPing, but that works too.
Hey, Zeldo, what are you fucking breaking my fucking balls over here, kid? Now take the Master Sword and stab the princess or whatever the hell you do.
I don't think there was Italian people in a Hyrule.
Oh no! You didn't see the Zelda animation
The
series? Dude?
supercut.
No,
didn't see
the
the-
old cartoon. You remember? They had tons of
I
Italian
just wonder
people.
what Ganon's up to.
You see the old CDI game, dude. They had Italians in that for sure.
Yeah, it was.
I know which one
was
you're
it?
talking about.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
the Mario Hotel cross Legend of Zelda cartoon episode, though.
I guess we'll just start off talking about so Resident Evil 8 dropped, I guess technically today still, right? Yeah, it's only 11 p.m. Yeah. I've already had the game spoiled for me in more ways than one, especially since someone we know decided to message me parts of the plot during my shift at work today, which I'm so yeah, the one thing that the internet's talking about nonstop with this game is obviously big tall vampire lady, please step on me.
When she steps on you, she steps on more than just your business, like your business and then some.
No, she steps on your body. She's 10 feet tall. What do you mean?
Yeah,
You
she
didn't-
steps on.
You didn't read
Everything.
the Kotaku article?
Do I want to read the
No,
Kotaku
no,
article?
you don't want to read the Kotaku article.
Okay,
In-
good.
in
I'm
any
glad I
case-
didn't.
Actually, was it Kotaku or Polygon? I don't even remember. It was something.
They're
I'm
both
pretty
the
sure.
same.
Whichever one it was, the other one stole it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, something like that. In any case, yeah, the internet's been beating that horse dead. So yeah, let's
Well-
see. That sounds good.
Well, side note, the game came out today. I already watched the entire game yesterday because
Oh yeah, because
someone put it up.
a lot of
Yeah.
streamers were playing it early. I've been trying to.
Well, it's like
keep
by
myself to
yesterday morning, someone put up an entire gameplay, and I watched it while I was at work
Mhm.
and when I came here.
Yeah, the embargo lifted like yesterday morning when all the reviews came out, and I mean the game itself I am so super excited for, though I don't know how it's gonna actually turn out because I loved Resident Evil
Well,
7.
I'm not going to spoil anything for you.
What are your opinions on it after watching a playthrough?
After watching it, I'd say at least Resident Evil 7 was more suspenseful.
Hmm.
Like you in Resident Evil 7, you had that feeling of like what's around this corner? What's gonna happen here? What's gonna be this? What's gonna happen? Or I'm running low on ammo. I should conserve this. Like moments like that, like you see something and you get scared when something shows up. Resident Evil 8 has that, just not as suspenseful as Resident Evil 7 did.
Yeah, on a super serious note, all mommy milker jokes aside, I think the fact that the main villain and her henchwomen are all just really attractive
Are all
kind of
kinks,
it
yeah.
really doesn't help the fact that you're looking forward to them finding you as opposed to, what's around this corner? Oh, get your ass back to the house. Oh, like you're not scared of that. You're very much looking forward to them finding you.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely one of the big concerns I had going into it. Though I think the game overall has a different feel than 7. Like
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
with 7, what I loved about it was that. Well, I mean, personally, I played it throughout the whole thing in VR, and that was like a really. It felt like it was built for VR, that game, being in first person and having the whole chasing segments and walking around this big fucking old dilapidated
Yeah.
southern mansion with a bunch of crazy redneck people. It's like I was at a white woman that I was dating's crazy fucking family's house. Like
It's like Get Out. It was essentially
it's just Get Out. It's just Get Out, the video game, pretty much. Yeah. But
And everything was all like the whole game was like hallways and stuff. And when you're in big areas, that's where Jack would show up and be like, "Hi, how are you?"
even in small areas, Jack would just be like, "Hey,
Yeah.
how are you?" And I mean, even like Resident Evil 2 remake did a really good job of recapturing the horror with Mr. X and everything. Just literally
Yeah.
coming around any corner and just punching you square in the jaw. Like but with this game, it seems more like they're going in that direction that the series did after Resident Evil 3 to 4, where they're going to focus more on action and more on like
Yes.
capturing an
Yes.
atmosphere and trying to tell a story. And it's all about the quality of all of those things that works out. And if it works out, and I think they are replacing a lot of the scares with other things that get people interested. Like I think there's a point to them having Lady Dimitrescu. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I don't even fucking know.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And her, her daughters chasing you around is more than just like the game, trying to be scary. I think they're actually trying to be corny and funny with it, while also giving people something to, the internet something to gawk over.
'Cause at least with like the trailers for the game, like I said, did a very good job with drawing people in, but also did a very good job with leaving a lot of the game out or leaving a lot of the game
Mm-hmm.
a mystery.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
like the whole like castle and like the demos and everything, like that's probably probably an hour. Those are 30 minutes of this like 10-hour game Like they definitely left a lot out. It's definitely a lot of mystery, a lot of weird shit. But it definitely leaves a lot to look forward to and be like, oh wait, I didn't see this, or what the fuck is that? Moments.
That's definitely a good thing. I'm happy that they decided to leave things out and keep people excited for stuff, because I don't know, that's Resident Evil is just a series where it's always interesting to see what they do with it next in some way. And the mainline games for the most part are going to be good, with some exceptions that we don't talk about anymore. But yeah.
Umbrella Corps.
We still need to finish Resident Evil 6, Tom.
We do. That's very true.
What was it? Was it Beaver Squad?
Beaver Squad.
Oh yeah, and Beaver Squad lived. That was the best part. They lived.
Did
They
they
didn't
live?
die.
I thought they just, maybe, I don't know. I thought there was one surviving member of Beaver Squad and he got like turned into
There
a
was
tentacle
like
monster.
2, maybe 3 members, because it was that whole section with the snake, and we were like, "Oh my god, all of Beaver Squad's gonna die," and it was only one dude. Only one dude died, but the rest of them made it, and then we forgot about them.
Okay.
I mean, so with Resident Evil Village coming out, this is kind of something I wanted to ask. When was the last time Capcom missed?
Capcom made a miss. Oh shit.
That wasn't like a huge, especially not like a huge AAA launch for them, like a Resident Evil, like a Monster Hunter. I guess even like a Phoenix Wright game, because there's a Phoenix Wright game coming out that looks semi-interesting too. I mean, they've been going really goddamn ham in the last couple of years.
I would say the last miss from Capcom was 100% Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. That game was a massive miss. But
how long ago was that? That was what,
4 years ago, yeah.
4 years ago?
4 years ago.
They've been doing pretty goddamn good for about 3 to 4 years since then. Dude.
Yeah.
They've been killing it.
I would say pretty much ever since Resident Evil 7, Capcom has just been dropping like really amazing game after really amazing game. Like they did 7, which is great. They did Resident Evil 2 remake, which was really good. They released Monster Hunter World, fantastic game. They dropped Rise recently, great game. Like just a ton of Devil May Cry 5 came out in 2019.
I was going to say, if you look specifically from the time period of 2018 to now, I mean, I don't know how you feel about Street Fighter V. It's obviously one of the most popular fighting games on the planet right now.
Yeah, but like at least for Street Fighter V, like they released that game like 4 times.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People keep buying it.
Yeah,
but
it's like Pokemon.
You also look at all the Mega Man re-releases that people really like. Devil May Cry 5 came out. The Resident Evil remakes that came out. Monster Hunter World, Monster Hunter Rise. I mean,
Ghosts and Goblins.
Ghosts and Goblins has been huge. Well, pretty decently sized for a remake of a old game. And then you've got that new Phoenix Wright game that's coming out, which is like a prequel game. Capcom is really going balls to the wall these last 2 years, and I'm here for it. And
Umbrella Corps was 2016.
Yeah, okay. So that was
that was a while ago. We don't talk about that. It's over 5 years ago. It never happened, right?
That was the year Dead Rising 4 came out.
We can dub 2011 to 2017 the dark age of Capcom. Okay.
Well, Resident Evil 7 came out in 2017.
2016. Okay, moving on.
That was their first game of 2017.
Oh wait, yeah. Oh shit. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite came out after Resident Evil 7, didn't it? I don't even remember.
Listen,
it came out after 2017.
Yeah.
Every dynasty has their dud. Okay. So, would it be very presumptuous of me to say that Capcom in the last 2 to 3 years is the best, the most successful company in gaming, or at least the most? I'm trying to think of the word.
Like, in terms of the best glow up to have right now, yeah.
In terms of quality of gaming, is there any company that beats Capcom in the last 2 to 3 years?
In the last 2 to 3, I mean, honestly, in terms of big companies that push out games as frequently as Capcom, I can't really say because like the only competitors that you would have are like Nintendo, which Nintendo drops really good games all the time, but you know they
But they also
also
drop a lot of just
the same game.
Yeah.
yeah, that and like subpar games.
I mean, how many 3D Mario games have we played in the last 3 years?
Well, we played like 4 in the last 5 months now. 'Cause, yeah,
Exactly.
between
And you know,
Cat World.
I kind of count Nintendo as their own entity because I kind of feel like they're their own entity. Like
Yeah, they got so much coming out.
that's the thing. Like,
They sneeze and a new Pokemon game comes out.
oh, Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean
Oh.
the only other realistic contenders I could think of are like Sega, Activision, and
Infinity Ward.
no,
Treyarch.
and I mean that's Activision.
No.
But I meant like Sega, Activision, and then Square. Those are the only things.
Activision Blizzard.
Yeah, I mean Activision drops a lot, but they sometimes drop really good things, and they sometimes drop really bad things, like Call of Duty, or a lot of the Call of Duties. But they drop, they released Crash Bandicoot 4. That was good. You know, that was a game.
Okay, I'm gonna have to knock Square Enix out of there because they came out with the Avengers,
Yeah.
Balan Wonderland,
Okay.
and Outriders.
All right, yeah.
And Kingdom Hearts 3.
Okay, get them out. Get them out. Square Enix, get them out. Square Enix has had like 2 good games in the last 5 years. All right.
Yeah.
Up there, like
And
20 something.
the sad part is I don't know how much better it's gonna be. It doesn't really look great.
What? You're not ready for Final Fantasy VII Mobile Task Force Fortnite edition?
Man, I
mean,
remember
but-
when
see,
I
but the
remember when
thing
I
is-
called that the day before. I remember when I called that.
No, dude, it was literally like minutes before it happened. You're like, what? They're gonna fucking dig Final Fantasy VII into the dirt. You're gonna have like a battle royale game. It's gonna fucking start pumping out games 24/7. Like, there's no way they do that. That sounds like the stupidest thing ever. Lo and
2
behold.
hours later.
I mean, the thing is, at least with Square Enix, when their games hit, they hit hard.
Yeah.
Like they are top tier games. Like I know the new Nier game, I think is out because I think I saw you guys playing it.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that one later.
Like Final Fantasy VII remake, that game was good. Kingdom Hearts 3. Let's go past that.
We'll say it's controversial.
Controversial. Well, that's Kingdom Hearts 2. That game hit hard. Like the Life is Strange games, those games hit hard.
That was okay. I fell asleep during episode 4.
Yeah, I can't do Telltale games, but I know there's a lot of people who think about the game and cry and say it was the best game ever.
I mean, they keep making them, and they're making another one. So I mean,
Oh, and Balan Wonderland. Yeah.
Such a great game.
the greatest game of all time, dude. That farmer always hits different, man.
Dragon Quest 11 was really good. The Tomb Raider games were good too. They're pretty decent. And then let me think. They're dropping a new World Ends with You soon. That's gonna be a fun game.
Ooh,
Yeah.
oh yeah. That's another thing I'm gonna talk about later.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
extremely excited for that game.
And yeah. I mean, aside from that, there's what was the last company I met? Oh, Sega. I don't know. I feel like ever since Sega acquired Atlas, and now Atlas is under the Sega umbrella, it's like, hey, you got all these extra quality IPs and games that Atlas is just, pump it out every once in a while, like between the Persona games and Catherine and, whatever else they decide to.
Not to mention the Yakuza series is a
They-
Sega.
Yeah, I was about to
thing.
say, yeah,
You got the
Yakuza Like a
Yakuza
Dragon was last
games
year.
with Like a Dragon, which was one of the. I mean, I've loved my time with Like a Dragon. It's too bad you can't play PS5 transfer save data, because I would play that right now if it was the case. But we'll get to it eventually. It's fine
Someday.
someday.
Yeah, so I gotta agree that Capcom is definitely the most consistent with
the last
good
few years,
games.
yeah.
At least as of the last 2 to 3 years.
Yeah. As of 2017 to now.
And I mean, it seems
They've
that
been
so constant that Capcom is dropping really good games too. It's like you
It's like
can't
they
go.
actually think about the game.
Yeah,
It's like they actually care about the product they're making.
you can't go a couple months without hearing about a new Capcom game that's coming out that's really interesting, or has people, just hey, I want to play that in some capacity. Between Resident Evil Village and Monster Hunter, and as you mentioned, Ghosts and Goblins before, and just like the remakes. There aren't they re-releasing some of the Ace Attorney games that were only in Japan, and like on the 3DS or something, like the Chronicles
And some of the mobile games, yes.
yeah, some of the mobile games.
Yep.
Like
It's
they,
like I can't believe you had to ask that question.
I try to be the guy on that.
well, yeah, Capcom's doing a really good job right now. Definitely making amends for some of the shitty behavior they had a few years back with Mega Man Legends 3. So okay, what the hell is next? What are you going to talk about next? I guess
Meme,
Pokemon
Snap, memes.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah. So Pokemon Snap just came out last week, right? Has it been last week? I think it was. I feel like it's been
That's
longer.
a great question.
Yeah, I feel like it's been longer, but it's only been, I think, a week. Even though it's only been out for a week, of course, the Zoomers and Millennials on the internet with access to things like Instagram and TikTok have decided to co-opt it for the biggest amount of memes I've seen in a video game in a very long time. I think, when was the last time I saw memes like of this level come from a video game? I don't even remember.
Resident Evil Village.
Well, I meant when a game came out versus a pre-release of a game.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Golly gosh, you willikers, Batman. I don't know.
I mean, like, I would say like Breath of the Wild. Like, I saw a ton of Breath of the Wild memes. Though there's probably a game in between there I'm not thinking of.
Like, I know there was a bunch of games that there was like a bunch of memes about because the game was bad.
Mm-hmm.
When Avengers came out, a bunch of people were putting a bunch of memes about all the glitches, about how the game just wasn't good. Oh no, my bad. The Avengers.
The Avengers. I more so meant like, where everyone just decides to drop memes about a game purely because of the mechanics that it's in, and co-ops the features and some of the aspects of the game to make it meme worthy. It's so weird that it came from Pokemon Snap of all things. I'm seeing like such funny mashups of videos or songs, or like recreations of internet memes with Pokemon Snap. And I just never expected to see it, because it's like, hey, it's
so different.
It's just such a, like, I don't even understand the point of Pokemon Snap, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm not interested in buying the game in any capacity. It's like, okay, you take pictures of Pokemon. Whoopee, yeah.
So the absolute grotesque amount of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure memes I've seen from the Pokemon Snap community, you'd think they're the same community, the JoJo's community and the Pokemon community.
They might be.
That's true, but it's just a lot. If I go on the Reddit right now, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight photos of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Oh, you're approaching me memes. Like, God, it's a lot.
Yeah. One thing I want to understand is, like, there's a lot of spoiler tags on new Pokemon Snap about just like pictures of Pokemon, and every time I see them, like, okay, what is a
What
spoiler?
does that spoil?
Yeah, it's a
Picture of a Bulbasaur on a TV. That's all it is.
I know what a Quagsire looks like. You don't have to tell me it's a spoiler. Like, I really don't understand it.
Oh my God, you're spoiling Pikachu for me.
All right, so tell me, what's your favorite Pokemon Snap meme? If you even have one.
I I saw one where a guy was taking pictures of 2 Pokemon having sex in the forest. One of
Oh,
them
the
turns around.
Sylveon and the Heracross. Yep.
No, not that one. The it was another one. Hold on.
Oh.
Hold on.
I was gonna say the Sylveon and Heracross one was my favorite, where it's like it's the Nidoking the
Nidoking and Nidoqueen. The Nidoking and Nidoqueen are just having sex. They turns around, picks them up, and snaps them in half and just taking pictures of that.
He does not mess around, all right? That is the king. He's a big man.
Like it was so different. Just like, oh, I'm surprised it took this long for something like this. There was another one of a guy throwing, because apparently you can throw apples at Pokemon. And he was throwing apples at all Pokemon, and then he went to go throw an apple at another Pokemon, and behind him was just a bunch of Pokemon with a bunch of separate fruits ready to throw it at him.
I mean, yeah, you know, is great as the Pokemon Snap memes are. It's pretty much just the generic. The Pokemon are having sex and people are taking pictures of them memes that are kind of the best ones because you know, it's, haha, sex is funny.
Haha, sex is funny.
Every time I watch porn.
But I would have to say my favorite probably is Quagsire recreating Dialect. That was.
Oh yeah, that's true. Wait, that's an actual S tier meme.
That was an S tier meme for me. I don't like it's the perfect way to fucking co-opt some sort of meme template in Pokemon Snap and just use it. It's great. It's fantastic.
Jack.
We're doing a podcast. Get out.
Do you want to be part of our podcast?
I just came in to annoy you.
Oh. All right.
Shane, why don't you ever love us when we want you to love us?
None of you guys support my work. You guys do not you do not go to Webtoons and go and watch this manga that is very amazing called Symphony of the End.
God damn it, he came just to plug his manga. All right. Who has the power to kick this man? We're kicking him right now.
No, I'm joking. Did you know that Discord may be coming to PlayStation soon?
This is true, yes.
Yes.
I hope so. Would
That would
completely
be a lot better than
destroy the need for awful PlayStation chats. Like really,
you just don't want to go to PlayStation. It's not going to work. So
that too, yeah.
I don't know. Discord works, so maybe let us make it so the other thing works. You know.
Well, Discord works a lot better. I mean, and I'm assuming now that means that you can just stay on your PC and play PlayStation game while recording PlayStation game and get all the Discord chat.
That'd be kind of dope.
Yeah, no, I said I'm pretty sure it'll make it a lot easier for content creation on PlayStation.
But yeah, that actually is very true. It would probably help with content creation, streaming specifically too. That way, you know, less players are susceptible to stream sniping, since there's an actual streamer mode in Discord that keeps, you know, people from just doing a thing.
Yep. And Discord's actually better than most of the audio chats anyways. So, like, that's just how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Although I still want to see somebody like doing some stream on Zoom and being like, this is the best thing in the world.
You mean 60-year-olds?
Mm-hmm.
It does make sense now why they for PlayStation they removed like the community features and everything now. Since now that we know that Discord's going to be a part of PlayStation, they're probably just going to try to integrate that into whatever version of Discord's going to be on PlayStation.
Oh yeah, no, and that makes sense. But again, when you don't tell anybody anything, you can see how there's backlash.
Yeah,
and it
though.
wouldn't surprise me if the Discord thing was a side effect of the backlash due to getting rid of communities, not necessarily that they were already planning on it.
Who gives a shit about Discord Nitro? We're talking about Pokemon.
This is very true.
We were talking about
Oh,
Pokemon Snap, yeah.
Well, I saw a picture of a guy chucking an apple at a Bidoof, and it bashed its face in, and it was gotten 4 stars.
Oh my god. It's just like Bug Snacks. The greatest game of all time. Alright, I guess it's a good transition off of Pokemon Snap, actually. So, like, I guess from here we'll just go to what games are you guys looking forward to?
Oh man, 2021 is a good year for now. If you want to see how many notes I have on this, whoo, boy, I got a lot of notes on this.
I could hear
You
him in
can
the
calm
other
down
room.
and stop being an asshole.
Excuse you?
Since I'll actually no, I definitely been enjoying the Total War 3, Warhammer that's coming out.
Ah,
But I'm pretty sure you guys don't really care for 4X expansion games, which makes me the nerd.
We play real games.
I play
wait,
real
don't
games.
you play Final Fantasy 15? Wait.
True.
Yeah,
True.
it's so good and so real. It released twice. We're not 15, 14.
Oh yeah, sorry, 14. My bad. Not 15.
Ah, yes, and the first time it released so well.
Exactly.
Yes. No, it was so good that they had to add 3 more numbers to it to make it that much better.
All right, nerds. Let's talk about real video games here for a second. All right, okay, all right.
Real video.
Mass Effect
Trilogy.
Legendary
Let's go.
Edition,
Yep.
the greatest gaming franchise of all time, is coming back next gen.
Yeah,
If,
and-
don't you dare tell me that Mass Effect
Mm.
is not one of the greatest gaming franchises.
Okay,
of all
one
time.
of the greatest, yes, the greatest.
In my opinion, it's the greatest, but
Andromeda.
overall, it is one of the greatest.
Andromeda.
Except for when you come down to the red pill, blue pill choices at the end of 3.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine.
Andromeda.
And which
No, that's not a good. Zach, what was that? I didn't. You sound like you popped a molly. What was that?
I'm sorry. I just had a mild concussion, and I forgot what the words that came out of my mouth were. I think this was Andromeda. Oh god.
What is that? What is
No.
and how do you spell that?
It's just another space game. It's a fan. I think it was a fan version.
Oh, it
of
was the kick. Yeah, it was the Kickstarter Mass Effect game that never happened because nobody wanted to see it. Right.
Okay, but yeah, Mass Effect 1 through 3, some fantastic video games right there. I mean,
Oh,
I feel like 1 was really good, and they're completely remaking a lot of the game to update the graphics and the gameplay system and essentially everything about it to have it be more modern. 2, I feel like, was the pinnacle of the series personally. I don't know. That game had so many great moments, and the ending, it was probably the most choice you could have in a Mass Effect game. You know, pretty much choosing who on your crew could live or die. And 3 was a good game for the most part until you reach actually no, I can't even say that.
So I guess my question is, would the addition of
so all these people joining.
golly.
I said with the
Oh my God.
modernization of Mass Effect 1 and 2, I said, do you really think it'll be the same Mass Effect that people loved? Like,
Yes.
you know, if they tried and update it so that it worked with the system that they had in 3 instead of what they did for 1.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
I don't know. It's weird because I don't trust BioWare with anything anymore. Like, they announced that they're continuing Mass Effect last year, and I didn't even play Among Us yet, but I was like, this is sus, okay? Blue is sus right there, and it's obvious
you.
because they don't know what they're doing anymore. The last 3 things they dropped just bombed horribly, and I feel like the entire company is just up in flames. Like, everyone who is important is leaving, and they're trying to just gather any sort of good faith they have left with their consumers by releasing the easiest thing they possibly could, remastered ports of some of their most beloved games ever. Like, and I feel like it's really hard to fuck that up,
bro,
but they could potentially fuck it up. right?
Anthem though, Anthem was like Anthem.
Anthem was
I thought we
Anthem.
were talking about video games. Oh, that's crazy. We're talking about that.
No, and I totally get you with the BioWare like having so much to do, and I think that leads into the bigger thing of like, is it really BioWare itself that's screwing themselves over, or is it like the publishers that are shooting BioWare in the
I
foot?
was gonna say, who owns BioWare now? Because someone bought them out and has.
Did someone buy out BioWare?
I thought someone bought BioWare out.
They were still owned by EA before.
Okay, yeah, that was they're owned by EA.
Well, that's your other issue is now you got EA, who is like the powerhouse of bad business management when it comes to workers. So I we all wanted to like Anthem. Like that's just how it was when we played the demo. It was like, oh, it's janky and all that stuff, but maybe it'll be better. And then we get that, and it's like, well, what's happening? And I think that's what I fear most about a lot of the remasters and remakes that are coming out, because it's like, oh, we're just remastering, remaking it, and then it comes out as crap. So I agree with you on the whole. BioWare could possibly blow up all of Mass Effect.
Let me put this out right now. If they fuck up if they fuck up using the assets they already have on critically acclaimed games like Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 2, they're done. BioWare's done. Done.
I
This
can
is
just picture Shepard's face being inside out when you get him
You
to Mako.
big stupid jellyfish.
Just do the Mass Effect Andromeda face rigging and just like, oh, we forgot one part.
That face rigging was scary.
Scary. I said it's like each patch made it worse. It's like, you tried. It's like when you try and fix something, but it just gets worse and worse as it goes.
You get to the Liara romance scene in Mass Effect 2, and her feet are where her hands should be. You said this needs to stop.
Just weird. Anyways, I'm gonna go back to my PlayStation game. Next time I might stay for longer.
Okay.
No.
Thanks for annoying
you
us.
just showed up.
He just showed up.
I didn't even know y'all were in it. Thing.
The whole point.
Tyler's mad.
Tyler just broke. All right, peace.
Okay. Okay, so Tyler, you didn't say anything. What game are you looking forward to right now?
I was waiting because there was like 5 people talking. I don't know. So much was said. Where do we chime in on it?
Okay.
What are your thoughts on potentially the Mass Effect trilogy getting messed up by BioWare?
Yes. So it's like if they're just going to port it over and like change like the graphics a little bit, then it's like, okay, I thought it's gonna be fine. If they try to do some like fancy shit with it and like fuck it up like they did Andromeda, then it's just like, hey, maybe we were better off without it, because this is a game that people love. People have been playing this game over and over. But your last few games that you came out with were glitchy pieces of crap. So just port over the game, do it easy, make it look better. That's all we need. Do I trust them to do it right? No, I do not. Not even a little bit. I know they're going to try to do something fancy so they can milk people for money. And they're definitely going to have microtransactions of some sort.
Up the ass.
So,
oh yeah, no. Have you actually heard about what they're doing now? Because that's one of the stupid things. No, yeah. So they're including like a bunch of DLC, but some of the DLC that was in the deluxe editions of like Mass Effect 2 and 3, you can only obtain for a short window of time as like a promotional thing on the BioWare website, and then after that, I think you do have to pay for it. So I don't know what the hell why they're. Like, why? Like, what are they attempting to pull with that? Like, okay, well, are they just gonna bar off specific content that was like extra DLC for the games and just sell it to you later on? And I don't know.
Man,
seems
I really wish I could play Playboy Cardi's long time intro from his hit album Die Lit right now, because that's how I would feel.
Yes.
But
So,
yes,
as you were saying, sir.
oh, sorry. Oh, I mean, one of the things I was concerned about with the Mass Effect, with the Mass Effect Legendary Edition port, was with Mass Effect 3. I don't know if you guys remember, one of the big things in the game was getting your galaxy readiness level up, and a lot of that came from playing the multiplayer, and that had an impact on what ending you could get. So what your readiness was would prepare you for getting endings. I think it was just A, B, or C, and they don't have the multiplayer anymore, which was a big aspect of how you could obtain that ending. I read a quick blurb a while ago on like how they're fixing it, but I don't know. It's stuff like that, like small accommodations for things that are missing, or for things that are not going to be a full part of the game experience that was in the older games, does have me concerned with how this is going to turn out. And plus, I don't know. I just, even if they don't do anything fancy, I feel like they're just going to fuck something up. Like they could literally take the greatest games ever, and we could get glitchy messes where our PlayStations crash, our game consoles crash midway through. We get horrible like audio glitches. The game becomes unplayable in certain aspects and in places. Things we've never seen before, all because they did a horrible job coding it. I can see that being the case. I don't know. And
So to be fair, for anything that's PS5, that's like part of the course is having something that crashes your system, because that thing is. I don't know, dude. A lot of the games that I've seen that have come out for PS5, especially recently, game breaking, PS5 crashes. Returnal was actually one of them. I didn't know if we were going to talk about that, but Returnal, up until the last couple days, where they put out a patch for it, people were having their systems crash like 10 to 12 times, depending on how long you played. Like, it was ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's been like that for a few games.
I'm sure that's like really frustrating for people who play Returnal 2, considering how its save feature is.
Yeah. Like a roguelike game with no checkpoint system. Yeah, that's got to be real fun when your system crashes like 10 times.
You're midway through a run. Oh my god, I got really good items, good rolls. All these augments I got are great. I have super high amount of health. I'm about to fight the boss. PlayStation crashes. Well, guess I'll just die.
Guess I'll never play this game again.
That's always fun. You spend $70 on a game, and the decision they made during is like, hey, let's do this. It's like, can we not do that?
Hey guys, can I like finish the video game? Is that a thing I could possibly do? Like, just maybe.
It's like if you got all the way to the lightning dog in Bloodborne, and then your game crashed, and then you had to fight you had to go all the way back to Old Yarnum, dude. Like at the beginning of the game.
Imagine fighting Gascoigne again.
Yep. Imagine doing everything you had to do before again.
Aside from Mass Effect, though, there's a lot of games coming out. A lot of good games coming out.
A lot of games, at least I'm looking forward to, keep getting pushed back or don't have actual release dates.
Yeah, I feel you on that one.
So speaking of games that got pushed back, Back 4 Blood, the spiritual successor.
That's one of them.
Left 4 Dead. Yeah, the spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead, made by the same guys. Got pushed back to October 12th.
I'm kind of glad I didn't pre-order that now.
I just really want to play that game. I played Left 4 Dead 2 a few times. That game is fun as hell. There needs to be another one. They're making. I mean, they've made another one, but it's getting pushed back. It's. Oh man, it needs to happen like now.
Yeah, I mean, I want it to be really good. I hope it's good. That's all I have to say. It's like that, I have Left 4 Dead at home meme. That's the game. But
Mom, can we have Back 4 Blood? We have Back 4 Blood at 2. It's Left 4 Dead 2.
Oh. But I mean, yeah.
Wow, an
Wow.
avocado.
Oh, thanks.
I mean, that's definitely one big one that's coming out that it'll be a nice game to play with your friends whenever it comes around for sure. But I think the sleeper hit of the summer, all right, it's coming out later this month. Keep an eye out for it. Miitopia, all right.
Give me the game.
The remake of the 3DS game. No, okay, listen.
I figured that was gonna come up.
The one
Oh.
thing about Miitopia on the 3DS that made it like hilarious, but it lost potential was like you could literally put anyone you wanted to, and have them as like a role in your party, and they just do ridiculous ass shit. But it was obvious that they were just Mii's in costumes. It's like, okay, well, how far can you take this? But now you look at the things people are doing with the new Miitopia character creation tools, and it's like, man, they make really good looking versions of this character or this character, and it kind of puts you more into that immersive state of it. That it honestly has me more excited for it. Like, I don't know, seeing like Peter Griffin with actual ball chins is yeah.
I think at this point, just seeing the absolute either abominations or perfections of creations from Utopia that people have put onto it, and the possibility that you can go on like this old time D&D adventure with them just sounds absolutely amazing, and I'm here for it, and I want it.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's like, I am down.
It's gonna be funny for sure. Just putting your favorite miscellaneous characters into a ridiculous turn-based RPG where they all
Imagine the memes that are going to come from that game.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
Oh, I'm about to say they're already here, man.
Yeah.
They're already here. Oh man, Miitopia is actually going to be the most popular game of the summer. Move over Among Us.
Among Us season.
Get out of here, Fall Guys season 5. Get out of here.
But yeah. Oh, I almost forgot. Shin Megami Tensei 3
Mm,
HD.
you beat me to it. So not only SMT 3, but SMT 5 that is supposed to come out this year.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Maybe no. Yeah. That's
As a person who, first off, I would like to thank our resident Zach for introducing me to the Persona series. Thank you, sir. Persona 5 is one of my favorite games that I've played within the last decade. And the SMT series is starting to make a comeback with SMT 5 coming out either this year or next year. I don't know. There's not a release date. But SMT 3 Nocturne Remaster is coming out. Let me see here. I have it right here. It's coming out May 25th. So really, really soon. Oh, I'm excited. I want to see why people call this one of the hardest games of all time. I'm excited.
It's because it's gonna bend you over and tell you, "Hey, you want to play with Dante? Too bad. He's gonna beat your ass."
And I call that game Demon Pokemans as a kid. Only reason I got it was because of Dante. And it's one of those games that, like, it just, you start off in a train station. Like, okay, why am I here? Go. Then you're above the train station. It's a big place. Where do I go? Yes. It's like, what am I doing here? Did you get it yet? It's like, what the fuck is happening?
Are you winning, son?
Exactly. But you don't know what you're supposed to be winning.
Oh, I'm super excited. I remember like there was a short time like a few years ago after Persona 5 came out where everyone was obsessed with Nocturne, and I was like, oh, this game looks hard, and I, I really wanted to try it, but I didn't have a way to do it. I mean, obviously now I have a PC, and if I wanted to, play it, I could. But now I'm just going to wait till the remaster comes out and, claw my eyeballs out because difficult games make me hate myself, but I also want to try and persevere and, beat them.
Didn't they used to have a online of that game?
For SMT Nocturne? I don't know.
Not that one, but like just SMT.
Oh, just an SMT online. Did they? I actually don't even remember.
I mean, SMT4 was released
I don't
2016.
remember playing that.
I don't know. I don't think so. Because I think the SMT games and the Persona games, they're all single player games.
No, wait, maybe it was no, that was fun. That was fun.
Shin Megami Tensei Imagine is a
Imagine-
free-to-play
Imagine there's no
MMO
multiplayer.
online. Okay, what the fuck? What is this? Why does this look like Final Fantasy Online?
Because
Oh,
it's
this is
probably
gross.
just
I'm
Final Fantasy
discovering
Online
something
with-
For the first 2007, people were using dial-up with this shit. What the fuck?
Copyright.
Yeah, wait, I think that was it. Hold up.
Free-to-play Shin Megami Tensei What is this? This looks like really crappy World of Warcraft. Whoa!
Imagine there's no content.
I am. Why did no one tell me this exists? Because now I need to find it and figure out how I could potentially play it. This is the
Sounds
stupidest-
like we all have a passion project coming up.
It looks like fucking Digimon. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, it's that one.
Oh my god.
Okay. I'm just. I want to forget I even saw that now. Okay. So, Neo: The World Ends with You. That's another one. That's another game. that's coming out,
Hey, who else is part of the pre-order gang?
I haven't pre-ordered
Just
it
me?
yet.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But yeah, I mean that the first World Ends with You was such a great game that gave me a severe case of carpal tunnel. And this game, I don't know. I'm a little bit afraid because one of the things that made me love The World Ends with You when I was a kid was that it was just so unapologetically fucking edgy and emo. Like that was the whole point of it. And to like a campy degree, right? And when you're fucking 13 and you're sitting on a bus ride to school with your 3DS in your hand and you don't want to fucking go to school, you're like, man, this game speaks to me on a spiritual level. And I don't know, when I look at these fucking nerds in this game, I just think, man, these are annoying anime kids. Cat ears, what's that all about? I don't know.
Hey, you gotta put on the caddies and you gotta give the dress a little spinny, all right?
Why is
That's
it-
all it is.
Why is the main character like a corpse husband? All right. I hope that it ends up being innovative and fun and unique. But honestly, The World Ends with You, the one thing that really wasn't the drawing point for it for me back when it first came out was its gameplay. I thought it was actually kind of boring. But I thought like the world and the concept it was trying to run with, and the just the aesthetic and the story it was telling. Those were all things that I thought was okay. This I could vibe with this. Okay, everyone's got like timers on their hands, tell them when they're gonna die, and they got to figure out how they're gonna advance their time, and they have a partner and all this shit that makes sense in the context of a world. And it's all essentially like part of this big game. And it's like, okay, it's pretty cool. I can get down with this. It's a mystery game in a way. There's suspense, and you try to figure out the story and unravel it as time goes on. But I don't know. I hope that because you already know what the concept of the story is going to be for the most part if they're going to follow the same exact story as the first one did. I hope they try to find new ways to make it more interesting. Because I don't want to get carpal tunnel playing this on my PlayStation. For damn sure.
I mean, I didn't play the original World Ends with You. The only reason I even knew about the game was because of Kingdom Hearts, baby. 3D. So edgy. But I mean, I looked into it after 3D, and I was like, okay, this game looks interesting. Granted, I saw it when I was like 23, 24, so the whole edgy thing was kind of to me. But I definitely saw the appeal of it, and I don't know. As soon as I saw that this was being announced and this was a thing, it looked really interesting. I pre-ordered it. I'm ready to play it. I should probably play the first game. Probably
It's
gonna do
on
that.
the Switch.
It is, and that's why I'm hesitant because it's on the Switch.
Yeah, honestly, I've seen people attempt to play the game on the Switch, and it looks more painful than it did on the 3DS, and that's a testament,
That's bad.
honestly. That's I because it's a port of not the original but the mobile version. So like it just doesn't look good. It's built
Oh,
it's a port of a port that wasn't built on the original hardware to begin with. So they're co-opting a really crappy port with bad controls of the mechanics to hardware that it's not built for. So it's a port that doesn't work on hardware that doesn't work for that port that doesn't work. And it's just I don't know. I feel like it's probably the most uncomfortable way to play the game. I haven't done it myself yet, but everything I've seen on it just looks gross to me.
You mean you won't spend $60 on it?
No. I will not spend $60
Straight
on
up, no.
No. I still have it on DS, so I'll keep
No
it.
hesitation at all.
But you know it's a game that's been in the works for a long ass time that I'm looking forward to
Biomutant?
is Elden Ring.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
that's not coming out. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, we're moving on. It's weird to talk about video games, not fiction. All right.
dude, what are you talking about? Valve game, a third Valve game?
There's
What are you talking
that
about?
Ratchet and Clank game that's coming out.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, that definitely looks interesting. I don't know. I feel like it's supposed to be more of a tech demo than it is supposed to be anything else. I look at that Ratchet and Clank game and I think, man, this series is so far down the rabbit hole that I just stopped caring about it at this point. But it's cool what they're doing.
so I am gonna get on my bias shit for a second. Lost Judgment, a game that was literally announced today. By the way, I know this is this is gonna end up on Zach's channel. This is for Zach's viewers. Obviously, you guys have played Xenoblade. He's maybe played Xenoblade. I'm gonna ask y'all, play Judgment. Judgment is phenomenal. Lost Judgment, they're literally they're making Yakuza into a crime drama. It looks phenomenal. I'm here for it. I need it.
Isn't that what Judgment is, anyways?
I mean, Judgment. This is like Judgment, but really going on a CSI shit. Like it's going kind of loco, and I'm here for it. And if this is how they separate, because I know the Yakuza games going forward are going to be turn-based RPGs like they were in Like a Dragon.
Yeah.
I think Lost Judgment is going to be the traditional, beat 'em up brawler type game.
Oh, word.
So
is it like Yakuza and LA Noire in one?
That seems like an oversimplification of it.
Yeah, but you don't really have in LA Noire. You have the elements where you're able to go in and question people, and you really don't have that. It's more of an action RPG.
Just beating people up
For the most part. I mean, there's it's essentially it's LA Noire. If you take out the element of interacting with the suspects, but you add these super crazy side stories that you see in a Yakuza game, where it's like, oh, you want to help this chicken run a subway?
What?
Okay.
Okay, that sounds like Yakuza. All right. Yeah.
Hey, what helps? Yep.
Yeah, something along those lines. And they literally announced it today. It's coming out in September. Like they just dropped this.
That's true. They did.
And it's coming out September 24th. And I wish I could pre-order it because I want to. Go buy Judgment and play Judgment. God fucking damn it! That game was so good.
It was.
Oh.
I don't know why, but it's just some games I just don't have like the attention span for. Like other games I could put in like 700 hours.
Yeah,
like
I'll be real with you. I'm with Tyler on this one.
But like it's not that like some of the games I don't have attention span. It's not that they're bad. It's just it just loses me so fast, and it's just like I'll get to the point like how you are with Bloodborne, Tom. Like it's like I'll get back to this another day, and then just never get back to it because all I have to remember is like I got bored with that, or it's just not drawing me. But yeah, at the same time, I'll sit here and just look at my PlayStation and play nothing.
No,
It's just
replace.
so like I got Persona 5, I got Outer Worlds, which is it? Yeah, Outer Worlds, whatever. Like I like both the games. It's just I don't have the attention span for it. It's
You got to be in the mood for it.
yeah, that's another thing. It's like
Yeah.
I'm never in the mood to play either of them. That's like when they first came out, I was in the mood. I was playing them. I was doing a lot. Like in Persona, I got all the way to Futaba's Palace, which from what you guys said is the best palace in the game.
You did ask quit on one of the best palaces.
Yeah,
That's great.
Yeah.
right
Well,
there.
he's done that with a
That's
lot of
crazy.
games, so I'm not surprised.
Like Outer Worlds, like I liked Outer Worlds, but it's definitely it's not like neither one of those games are like just like casual games you can just play. Like you got to play them and you got to think about what you're doing too. Like there's decisions, there's like farming, there's getting stuff, there's school, there's a bunch of stuff you got to do
Probably why I didn't beat
on
it, though.
top of like the actual story. And it's definitely like it's definitely a in the mood type of game. Like you gotta be in the right mindset, otherwise you'd be like how I am. That's just
Mhm.
not really drawn in, not really wanting to do more because of all the extra stuff that you got to put your mind to.
Well, great segue, because you know what game everyone's in the mood for and everyone's always rearing to play?
Oh,
No
no.
More Heroes. That's right. No More Heroes 3 is coming out.
I know.
And
that sounded like an ad read.
That really.
Listen, all right, Coca-Cola sponsored me. No More Heroes 3 is coming
Let's
out
talk
in
about No More Heroes,
August.
they want Coca-Cola
One day they're gonna listen. They're gonna block me and they're never gonna respond. That's fine. They've acknowledged me. No More Heroes 3 is coming out in August, and holy guacamole, I would like that game to get here because I need more Travis Touchdown, because No More Heroes 1 and 2 were really, really good and really fun, and I enjoyed playing them. And I want to play more. And the last No More Heroes game was different and weird and awful. And I didn't like it.
That was different. That was really different.
Oh, the top-down one, yeah.
Yeah, that was weird.
Okay, so I'm about to drop a hot take right now. Okay, hot
Hot
take.
steamy deuce.
Hot take. I like what No More Heroes 3, the ideas behind it right now, but all that gameplay footage I see of it running on Switch, it looks like it actually looks like soggy mashed potatoes, dude. Like it looks kind of gross because it's just a pixelated mess on the screen for the most part. I mean, like
JPEG looking ass.
I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's a lot of it was early release footage, and we were seeing like really early on stuff. But I just feel like the game looked like, you know, like when you watch a YouTube video of a game that you're interested in, and it's like from like 10 years ago, and the footage is in like fucking 240p. And it's hard to make out some of the things on the screen, and everything looks like fucking a jumble of pixels. That's what the entire game looked like. I thought it was just YouTube compression at first, and I checked it out on different websites, and I checked out various gameplay, which is like, no, that's just the game. And I mean, I love No More Heroes 1. I like No More Heroes 2 a lot, and I really want No More Heroes 3 to be great. And I just hope that this visual crap is just something that gets kinked out in the future, but I don't know, with how fucking new with how the new Pokemon games looking too. I don't even know what they're doing anymore with hardware in the Switch and what they're rolling with. Tom, you've been playing Nier Replicant.
Oh yeah.
It's a video game.
It's a video game. That's all I heard.
So I've gotten to a little over the halfway point of Nier Replicant, and the beginning part of the game, it's kind of slow. At least in my opinion, it's kind of slow. I like to do everything, so I do all the side quests. All the side quests are god-awful boring fetch quests that are really, really dumb. But if you want to get all the endings, you need to get all the weapons. So sometimes you have to do the side quests, blah 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 blah. If you played a near game, you know how that goes.
Yep.
I mean, I just got to the kind of the climax, or I guess the big turning point in the game, and things are starting to ramp up. And I think the game's enjoyable. The combat's great. Combat's awesome. I love it. The story is starting to ramp up, and it's pretty solid so far. If you were to just play the single player game, it's like an 8 out of 10. It's a great game. But if you do everything, I'm docking 2 points. It's like a 6 out of 10 game.
Yeah. How many goats did you have to
Oh my god!
skin alive?
Not the
in
goats!
fields?
Not the goats! Not the goats.
Go.
So they give you a percentage counter of how many of the side, like what percentage of the side quests you've done in the game. And I, up until that point, I had done 45% of the side quest. The goat hide side quest is one of the first 5 side quests you get in the game.
I heard about that.
It took me 15 in-game hours to get 10 goat hides. 10.
Wow.
It's a 30% drop rate from goats, but it felt like a 10% drop rate.
Sound like
Because-
Monster Hunter.
Yeah, dude. Farming for gems in Monster Hunter.
But at least that's like enthralling, and it forces you to be on your toes. I can just go in and out of an area and press the R1 button to shoot a goat and go skin it, and then leave the area and come back. I did that for hours, because I'm a sick, twisted bastard who wants to get all the possible endings, who wants to 100%. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. Your life is better than mine. That's fine.
Your life is better than much straight up. Well,
But honestly, aside from the side quest, I enjoy the game. Some of the story segments are a little slow. I feel like a little forcibly, but other than that, the game's really good. I'd suggest people get it.
wait, let me
So,
look.
what has everyone else been playing in these times?
Well, currently
Monster Hunter.
I went back to well, there's always Monster Hunter. I'm jumping back and forth between Monster Hunter and Neo 2. Just because Monster Hunter is Monster Hunter. I'm a little bit obsessed. But Neo 2 just because
Just a little bit.
they have they have like a new game plus mode, but there's like a normal, which is what you're on, then a hard mode, then a super hard mode, then a very hard mode. I'm on the very hard mode right now. So I'm running through that just because there's really not much else out that I really want to play or have the patience to play. I re-downloaded old Knights of the Old Republic on my laptop.
Oh,
So
yeah, that's free.
I'm gonna try to play that, but probably not gonna get far. So what about you, Zach?
Oh, Monster Hunter. Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Monster
Monster
Hunter. I beat Persona Strikers. That was fun. Yeah, I'm gonna get into Resident Evil 8 soon and Returnal probably after. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be great. And finally, let's hear from the man of the hour himself. Dale, step to the podium. Tell us what games
The
have you
man
been
who
playing?
was not supposed to be here.
Yeah, woo!
You should have put that in the thing. That I was supposed to be there.
Featuring the man who's not supposed to be here.
Well, I would think among people who are never on Discord wouldn't join Discord and then just join randomly.
You see, I kind of expected Shane to come
last
in.
time we all used Discord.
Yeah.
I'm honestly always on
Exactly.
Discord.
Oh, you're never on PlayStation to play with us.
That's true.
Oh, this is turning into a jealous expert thing. Oh, geez.
Why don't you love us?
Okay, what you been doing? Dead or Alive? So a little bit of Monster Hunter Rise occasionally, some World.
DOA, Tekken, some other fighting games. What else? Shit, I forgot what it's called. Well, Resident Evil 8. I just started playing that yesterday. With this morning, I guess.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's man of the hour himself, Dale. Woo, yeah, okay, send us off. First episode of the podcast was something, that's for sure. I don't even remember what we started with or what we're going to name this thing, but
Communist
it's
bathwater.
not going to be Communist Bathwater. It's not going to be that.
Have we
It's-
introduced ourselves to your viewers?
It's whatever. It's fine. We'll figure it out eventually.
To be fair, we technically have been on this channel before under a different name, different moniker, if you will.
I don't think anyone remembers the Doria podcast. And I don't want
Not
to
at all,
remember the
no.
Doria podcast, so it's fine. But yeah, I don't know. It's
Don't worry, guys. Next time it'll be a little bit more put together.
no, it won't. I already
Listen,
know.
all right. All I'm saying is I'm the only one who brought notes. Do you want to see my notes? I got notes.
No, you brought a weird ass poem.
It's-
Tyler-
coffee pot stuff.
Tyler,
Coffee
I have an
what you
entire
brought.
thing. I have an entire thing of notes here I can send you if you really want to see my notes. I brought notes. All right. I just went with the flow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Your
just.
coffee pasta.
I don't know.
Yeah. So.
I just felt like something a little more natural that we just kind of let happen would be more interesting than trying to force topics and things that didn't need to be there. You know, just have it because I feel like the best conversations we have are just the unprompted ones. You know, when we're
This
just
is very
talking to
true.
each other and chats. And I always it comes to my head. I'm like, man, this is podcastable. We could come up with some shit for this.
See, that's the name of the podcast.
Yeah, I know what you mean. More natural on us rather than like, hey, let's talk about the Smash community.
Let's talk
Oh,
about
no, we don't-
X,
no.
Y, or Z video game topic that we genuinely probably don't care about.
Yeah.
I just
Listen,
thought that. Oh, sorry. Yep.
I just have notes for organizational purposes. Okay, that's it.
I mean, I just meant like talking. I felt like the things that we brought up today were just things that were, I don't know, funny or at least made for interesting conversation pieces and starters, and then we could
Yeah.
build upon that and introduce our own, takes and things moving forward. But in any case, this is a podcast. Yeah, I don't know.
Communist bathwater.
Stop.
Okay, I'm just gonna stop it now. This is, I fear for anyone who has sat through this whole thing. If you did, let me know.
But before we end this, to all of Zach's viewers, what do you think? What are your thoughts on all these topics we talked about? Do you have anything? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let us know in the comments section below.
All of the 2 viewers who have stuck around for the full hour and 44 minutes of this.
Okay, two viewers. I got a big question for you guys. Fuck, marry, kill. Go.
Ugh,
All right.